Most business research isn't hard. It's mentally exhausting. It's the constant switching, verifying, and that little fear that you're about to build something on bad info. But there's a tool that cleans this whole mess up into one calm, usable answer. And once you use it, going back to normal search feels kind of ridiculous. Hey everyone, it's Jake here. And if you've ever tried to research something for your business and it turns into this weird spiral of tabs, half trust, and wait, who even said this? I get it, because you're not just looking for information, you're trying to make a call that you won't regret. Pricing, competitors, market size, customer sentiment, it's all useful, but the process is brutal. So here's what we're doing today. I'm going to open Perplexity and show you how to ask questions like a normal human and then get clean answers that you can actually use with clickable citations that you can verify in seconds. And then we'll take it a step further, how to switch modes depending on what you're doing. So competitive research doesn't look the same as business plan research, and neither of those look like content research. Now, by the end of this video, you'll have a simple workflow that you can repeat anytime that you need a trustworthy answer fast without all the tab chaos. So let's dive right in. Here's a simple way to think about Perplexity. It's the bridge between old school search and chatbots. Search dumps links on you and says good luck, and chatbots can sound confident while pulling old info or just plain making stuff up. Perplexity gives you clean answers and shows the receipts with clickable citations in real time. And there's no setup headache. You can use the free version and be productive almost immediately. Now, let's look at how this thing actually works. I'm just going to ask a normal question, again, like I'm talking to a person, natural language. Now watch what happens. You ask, it goes out to the web, it pulls the info back, it writes it up clean, and then you see these numbered citations right inside the answer. Now that's the whole point and value of Perplexity. It's not trust me bro AI, it's here's the source, click it. And you should click it. Seriously, get in the habit of clicking at least one or two sources every time, because that's what turns this from a cool tool into, wow, I can actually use this for my business without sweating. Now, here's the secret weapon that makes Perplexity go from good to kind of amazing. Focus modes. You'll see this little selector where you can choose what kind of sources that you want it to lean on. There's web, academic, finance, and social. And for most people, they just leave it on web forever, which is like owning a gym membership and only using the water fountain. The whole game is picking the right mode for what you're doing. If you want serious business research, academic and finance are the heavy hitters there. Social is awesome when you care about what people are actually saying out there. Cool, so let's actually get this set up. I'm on my screen right now, and we're just going to go to perplexity.ai. That's it, no complicated setup. You can also download the mobile app if you want, but either way, there's zero technical setup here. If you create a free account, you'll be able to save your threads and your history, which is really helpful because you don't want to lose a great search that you might need again later. Now, let's run our first question. And this is the part that most people overthink. Don't do the whole Google keyword search thing. Just type this in like you're talking to a person. Again, natural language here. For example, I'm going to ask, what is the market size for small business CRM software in 2025? And you'll see it generate the answer right here with that blue progress bar. Now, here's the pro tip that makes this tool different from other AI tools. Look for the numbered citations inside the answer. Click them, take a few seconds, and verify where that info is coming from. That's the whole point. And treat this like a conversation. If the answer is too long, ask it to simplify. If it's missing something, ask a follow-up. You don't need to start over, you just keep going until the answer is exactly what you need. All right, now let's use this for something that actually matters in the real world. Keeping up with competitors without spending your whole afternoon playing detective. We're going to start in web mode. So first, make sure focus is set to web, and then ask a question like, what are the latest product updates from competitor A in the past 3 months? Hit enter and let it generate. You'll get a summary of what's changed, and you'll see citations right there so you can click through if you want to double check where that's pulling that info from. Now, here's the part that feels almost unfair. Once you've read the answer, don't start a whole new search, just stay in the same thread. Switch your focus mode over to social and ask a follow-up. What are customers saying about these updates on social media? And you'll see it come back with the customer reaction side of the story, not just the product update side. Because a feature announcement is one thing, what people actually think about it is the part that you can use. And this is how you get real-time competitive data without going down a rabbit hole. You can also ask it to compare two competitors directly, like pricing and features. Just ask it to compare them, and Perplexity will put it into a side-by-side answer so you can quickly understand what's different and what's basically the same. All right, so competitive research is great when you're trying to react fast. But if you're building a real plan, like a business plan, or you're pitching something, you need more solid, long-term data. And this is where we bring out the big guns. On screen, I'm switching the focus mode to academic, and now I'm going to ask, what is the current market size and growth rate for your industry? Hit enter and watch the difference. The sources you get here aren't random blog posts or somebody's opinion thread. You'll see scholarly papers, industry reports, and more authoritative data. This is the kind of stuff that you can actually reference without feeling weird about it. Now, once you've got that, we're going to switch focus again, this time to finance. And the question I like to ask here is, what are the top public companies in this industry and their recent financial performance? Run that, and you'll see it pull things like SEC filings and corporate disclosures. And what's really nice is you can use the citations to build a legit market analysis document, because you're not just copying info, you're pulling from sources that you can actually point to. A quick pro tip here, if you're doing serious research, the Pro subscription is honestly a no-brainer. It's $20 a month, and it gives you access to the latest models like ChatGPT 5.2 and Claude Sonnet 4.5, which means you get way more detailed source attribution. And yes, I know, another subscription, but this is one of the few that actually pays for itself if you do research even a couple of times a month. All right, so now let's switch gears into content, because this is where a lot of business owners waste a ton of time without even realizing it. You sit down to write something and suddenly you're doing research for an hour and you still don't know what to include. So here's how to use Perplexity to make this way faster. Stay in web mode. Now I'm going to ask, what are the top questions people are asking about any topic in 2025? Run that and then actually read what it gives you. You're looking for the trending questions, the stuff people keep bringing up, because that's your content roadmap right there. This is the difference between guessing what to write and knowing what people care about. All right, let's test the whole workflow end to end so you can see what this looks like when you actually use it for a real business problem. I'm staying in the same thread, and I'm going to ask one final question that combines everything that we just did. Give me a 5-point executive summary on the competitive landscape, market size, and content strategy for my industry. Hit enter, and now watch what it produces. What you want here is one clean, comprehensive answer that covers all three areas, and the key thing is it should have a strong set of citations all the way through. If you're seeing a single answer that you could basically paste into a document and work from, and it's backed by sources that you can click, that's success. Now, a couple of quick ways to level this up if you're using Perplexity a lot. If you need more advanced multi-step reasoning, that's where you would use the Pro search mode, which is a part of the Pro subscription. And if you ever need to analyze your own documents like PDFs, docs, or images, the Pro tier gives you 10 times more daily file uploads, which is huge if you're doing this regularly. And if you're a student, you can get Perplexity Pro free for 12 months, which is a really good deal. If that applies to you, it's worth taking advantage of. So yeah, Perplexity is one of those tools that just makes you feel calmer when you're trying to make decisions. You're not guessing, you're not drowning in tabs, you're not hoping the AI got it right. You can actually check the sources right there. Start with the free tier, mess around with the focus modes, and use it on something that you're working on this week. All right, before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Seriously, where are you right now with your research and business? Are you still doing the open a million tabs thing and hope for the best? Or have you started using tools like this to speed it up? Drop a comment and tell me what you're using Perplexity for first. And hey, if this workflow helped you even a little bit, hit that subscribe button and boop, that like button, because we're going to keep building simple systems like this that actually save you time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video where we're going to take this even further and dive into AI-powered productivity. Just click on the video to my left and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. See you there.